Hello, everybody. Buddy with Midland, Texas. I'm going to do a little short video for you this morning. I think you'll find real interesting. It's called Midland DA Looking at My Facebook. That's where I'm at right here on my Facebook under Buddy Wayne Webb. And this is a short read, so I'm going to read this to you. I posted this morning. It said, "I often look at the Facebook people you may know list." That was the picture we were looking at because I believe it shows me people that recently looked at my Facebook. And this morning I saw the Facebook account for Midland District Attorney Laura Nodoff. I'm happy that she's looking at my Facebook field. I'm happy that she's looking at my fact-filled Facebook posts concerning the many murders and crimes connected with my home and the underground homes located here. I wondered if she was contacted by Lieutenant Gray with the Midland Sheriff's Department because I was provided him a huge amount of evidence last Friday at the Sheriff's Department. Here's some of my Facebook posts that I hope she looked at. A video showing that there are many other homeowners now documented as reporting people in the attic since I was ambushed and shot with burglar alarms going off in my attic. Hope she saw that one. Proof showing that the Midland Police stole evidence that I told them about in the premeditated capital murder attempt on my life, and then bragged about it online. Okay, and so that's not a theory. That's not my assessment. The proof is in there showing what happened, posted in the public on Facebook. I hope the DA saw it. Aaron Pachlhofer telling me that 4 people had been murdered, died in my home, which was confirmed by a former neighbor, Marilyn Dlugi, who told me that Mike Lawhon died here, the previous owner of my home, and that somebody else died here before him. Okay, so I've got more than one person tell me multiple murders were at my house. And that was before I was ambushed and shot with my phone lines cut. Proof that doctors faked x-rays after I was told by the ex-wife there was a group of doctors that were killing people for profit. I got a feeling the doctors that faked x-rays are connected to the doctors that are killing people for profit. The remains of a 14 to 21-year-old girl found in the county after my friend told me about a young girl murdered at a 2010 oil show party. That's the Sheriff's Department that's taking care of that girl's found out in the county, and I believe she was killed in the underground homes here, maybe the one in my backyard. The remains of a 14 to 21, I already did that one. Google Maps that show a large bunker in my backyard after multiple people being documented saying that $1 million underground homes are near my home. One guy was running for sheriff. I secretly recorded him. Proof showing that I wasn't shot with my gun, which means that somebody came to my home and shot me. That's a capital attempted murder. Nobody accidentally breaks into a home and accidentally shoots the homeowner. It takes premeditation. You're loading your guns going, let's go to Buddy's house and kill him. And that's what they tried to do. Picture of Detective Rosie Rodriguez planting my stolen cell phone behind my nightstand and then making up lies on the police report. And that was stolen before I was ambushed and shot. It was so I would bleed out and die. And, the big question is how Rosie Rodriguez got it, and then she's planting it behind my nightstand and makes up a lie on the police report. The voice recorder that recorded the burglar alarms going off my attic before the murder attempt being stolen by the police. Voice recorder I had told them about. Story of Mad Hyman being electrocuted in my hallway 2 weeks before the murder attempt. Possible motive for murder there. It's believed that a young landman attorney was electrocuted trying to come into my bedroom, and that would be a burglary habitation. They were in the commission of a felony when that happened. Evidence found showing that a burglar was trapped in my bathroom on the night I was shot by somebody under my home with my phone lines cut. Okay, and there's another one. I think they tried to use that excuse as, like I said, I've been reporting burglaries for over a year, and there was a burglary in progress. There was a crime in progress when I was ambushed and shot. Maybe me trapping that burglar as it was a motive for them to try to murder me in my home. Proof that police were under my home on the night I was shot by somebody under my home. That seems kind of important, doesn't it? How did Dickie get in my house without being seen on the cameras? He came in from under my home. Video telling how I'd reported 5 coworkers to my supervisors because I believe they knew who was breaking in my home a year before the murder attempt. I believe that because I believe they knew about the oil show parties and they were going on in the underground home in the backyard. Okay, let's go. The girls that were being drugged and forced to prostitute at the 2010 oil show parties, believed to have been held in the underground homes my friend Angie was at, right? She's the one that told me about the young girl that was crying, didn't want to prostitute. They murdered that girl. I bet that was motivation for them other girls. The evidence found, which has convinced me that Mike Lawhon was murdered here and taken to Fort Worth. The previous owner of my home died right before I moved here. My name smeared around the world to cover up the many crimes and murders here in Midland when I was the innocent homeowner that had been reporting crimes to the police. I was doing my civic duty, calling the police and reporting crimes, and what I didn't know is that these police were working with the burglars that were breaking into the homes, stealing and killing. And that's what was going on. I hope the DA sees it. And this was just a screenshot, like I said, Laura Nodoff here on your people you may know list. That was yesterday, and I'm gonna go into some of the comments here. And here's Ryan Shaw. Wow, buddy, not surprising. All the good things you lay all the evidence out on your page, so anyone from the DA's office or other authorities looking at your page will have to stare at those facts you provide. There's no way around it. I said it's hard to imagine any elected official or law enforcement officer can look at all of this proof concerning the many crimes and murders without acting on it. I hope this is a sign that justice is coming, And he said, I hope so too, And here's a Jana Hurst. I didn't understand this comment. Shows how stupid they are when they don't block you afterwards so that you wouldn't catch on to that. Even I know to do that, And I said, why would a DA want to hide the fact that she's looking at evidence of crimes and murders in Midland, And she's like, well, I wasn't thinking like that. I was just thinking that she might not want you to know that she was looking at your profile since they tell everyone to not believe you, okay? And I said, back in 2012, when these would-be killers sneaked into my home, cut my phone lines, and shot me, all I had was this crazy story, but not much evidence. This isn't the case anymore. Now there's lots of proofs, so it's not my word against their word. Anybody who is smearing my name now should be considered as suspects in the many crimes and murders, as I believe that's obstruction of justice and or accessory. Okay. Here's another one. Alfred Hernandez, he's a pastor over in Hobbs. It says, how can you know if someone has looked at your Facebook, right? And I said, I noticed that in the people you may know list, sometimes lists people that I didn't have a lot of mutual friends with. So I've suspected a part of the algorithm to build that list is for people that have looked at my Facebook. That is why Facebook would think I might know them, because they had looked at my Facebook. Oh, okay. And I sincerely believe that's true, Here's Michelle Ray. I thought people you may know shows people are friends with people on your Facebook friends list. So she's saying that it's going to be the maximum number of mutual friends, and that's how they build the list. And I don't think people that you may know are people who viewed your profile. I could be wrong though. And then that's what I was explaining here. I said I believe it's an algorithm that combines different factors, and sometimes I see people in the list where we have lots of mutual friends. Other times it's hardly any mutual friends. And she says, and another guy says, correct. It also shows people who recently viewed your profile. He was agreeing with me. And I said, yeah, take a look at the screenshot. The DA has 30 mutual friends, and then 2 over is one that only has 3. And that's what I was showing up here. Okay, so if it's built only from, y'all have a lot of mutual friends, then you'd always have maximum friends. But this one only has 3. Sometimes it's 1, sometimes it's none, but they show up in that list. And I think it's, like I said, it's people that are looking at your profile. I think it's part of the algorithm to build that, And then lastly, I just went online and I found the city's write-up on our district attorney here in Midland, and she's the one that would be filing charges and going to court and putting these criminals in jail that are rigging private homes with hidden access for burglary, theft, murder. The ones that would actually put the people in jail that murdered Mike Lawhon, murdered the person before Mike Lawhon, the 4 people murdered, died in my house, etc., all that stuff. Or even the police officers that tampered with evidence, lied on police reports, and in a capital crime, and that would be our district attorney. It says, Mrs. Laura Nodoff, district attorney in Midland. She grew up in Wichita Falls, received her undergraduate from Schreiner, her doctorate from the Texas Tech in 2003. career in Midland. From law school, she joined the Midland County District Attorney's Office, where she quickly established herself as legal and law enforcement. And y'all can go look that up and read that. But she wasn't the DA when I was ambushed and shot with my phone lines cut. That was Teresa Klingman, and Teresa Klingman quit or resigned, and then so Laura Nodoff ran for it and won the election, and's been our DA since. And so all we can hope is that justice is finally coming in Midland, because it's truly been lawlessness here is what's going on, and a lot of it's due to police corruption. But that doesn't mean that we don't have some good police officers here, and I'm sure it's highly embarrassing. I know last week when I was talking to that deputy at the Midland Gem and Mineral, and I let him listen to the video of the police scanner call of all the homeowners reporting people in the attic, because they don't tell you when you report somebody in the attic that, oh, this is going on all over the place. They tell you, they make you feel like you're the only person it's ever happened to, and you're crazy. Okay, they're hiding it. The public and the press is hiding them facts from and I'm letting this police officer, law enforcement officer, listen to this video. All these reports of people in the attic off the police scanner, and I said that's embarrassing for a good police officer. He says, yeah, it is. And I think that's true. If you're a good police officer, this crime that's being allowed and breaking in these homes for burglary and theft and murders is wrong. These underground homes where they're forcing little girls to prostitute at oil show parties or any other kind of parties is wrong. And I don't care if they're wealthy people or not. You can't allow it. This is Buddy Webb, Midland, Texas.